Okay, we're gonna do a new project so I can show you guys from scratch how I'm quoting stuff. So this is now fully designed. This is a Nook. The lower is hardwood white oak. This bench is white oak, and then the upper is all paint grade shaker style fronts. So let's go through a real example. So first is the title. Let's call this client Jeff. The description, this is a Nook. You can put these if you want, the city if you want. I'm in Michigan. We want to include it in the analysis. I'll show you that later. We can hide this. Now let's go to hardwood. So hardwood, I assume everything 25% scrap. So let's do the hardwood stuff first. Let's start with the bench. And so this bench is 54 by 24. So I'm going to use white oak rift, 5/4, 54 by 24. Oops, this is the bench. 54 by 24 by 1.25 thick, and I have one of them. And then we are going to let's go to the rails on the top. So this is hard maple, 4/4 upper rail, upper styles. This is 72 inches long, 2 inches wide. The height is 1, which is the thickness, and we have 3 of them, right? Because you got 1, 2, 3. And those are hard maple, they get painted. And then hard maple, 4/4. These are going to be the rails, upper rails. The length is 54 by 2 by 1, and we have one of them because we just have this one. It's really 2, but I'm just calculating the material cost now. Now we're going to look at the stiles and rails for the lower. So this is actually going to be white oak, rift, 4/4. And these are the lower stiles. The length is 18, 17 1/4, but I'm going to round up to 18. The width, I'm going to call it 2, 1 inch. I have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And then I can do white oak rift. White oak rifts on 4/4. And this is the lower rails. The length is 54, and the width, I'm going to say, is 4 plus 2. So 6 in total. And I'm going to say the height is 1, and we only have one of those. So that'll account 4 plus the 2 will account for the entire thickness of this plus this and that width. Because again, in this section, you're just trying to calculate the material cost. I have a drawer front here that's, call it 12 by 25. This is also going to be white oak riffs on, but this is 5/4 because these are going to be a little bit thicker because they're going to have this natural pull recessed into them. So this is the lower drawer, or we're just going to call it drawer front. Drawer front. And it's 25 by 12, or you can do, however you want to put that in. 25 by 12 by 1.25. We have 2 of them. Okay. I'm done with hardwood. I have no other hardwood on this. I'm not going to put in, I am having someone else make these doors. I don't have time, and I know someone that I kind of collaborate with that will make shaker doors they're super quality, and I'll just pay for those separately. Plywood. I use a program called Cutlass Optimizer, and this will tell me the exact amount of sheet goods that I need. And so I put in all my dimensions. I use metric, so everything is in here in metric. I know exactly the number of sheets. So in this case, I need 4. And this is all going to be 0 because it's already assuming the scrap, right? I have all this is scrap, scrap, scrap. So I need white oak. This is all rift cut A1 veneer core. I pay $164 a sheet, and this is just, I'm going to call it sheet goods. 96 by 48, and I need 4 of them. So I spend almost $700 on sheet goods for this project. That's going to cover me for all of this. So like all this lower base, I'm just going to make it out of the scraps from the white oak. All these cabinet, the lower cabinet, the upper cabinet, that's all of this, all the sheet good material. Okay, no more sheet goods. Other material. So other material, I have cabinet pulls. So these are going to be kind of pricey. These are 40 a piece. I have 2 of them. I have my finisher, which he charges me $190 a door. So I have one, 2, 3, 4, and I'll call this 5, 1 extra because um they're large doors. And I'll actually call this bench number 6. My cabinet box finishing. This is a clear finish. I have 2 cabinet boxes that are getting finished, the top 2. The interiors of those are going to get a clear coat. It's all white oak. Any other material, I have coat hooks that are going inside this. I have 2 on each. And I don't think there's any other, I don't have any other material. No other material. And so I can close this. If you have to add any materials, again, go to your materials section, click other materials, and here's where you can add pulls, slides, hinges, finishing, drawer boxes, whatever it might be. And actually, I do need to add the drawer boxes because I'm going to outsource those as well. So I can go to my other material, go here, go to drawer boxes, and these are 100 each, 2 because they're going to be solid white oak, all hardwood, dovetail boxes. Labor cost, internal labor. So I, again, am going to assume that it's me doing it. The design for this is, I'd say, medium, which means 60 minutes. And I'm the base employee, so the base rate is 150. And so this is 60 minutes times 150 is 150. If I change this to 80, then it obviously gets updated. Get material. This is far. So I'll spend, 3 hours getting the material for this. I have to go to 2 different locations. So that's the design section. Design I'm done with. Milling. So there's not a lot of stuff to do in terms of milling. Final sizing is simple. I'd say final sizing for this project for me is 90 an hour and a half just to get everything trued up. This automatically is loaded with whatever you tell it for rough milling, but you can always change it. Panel glue up. So panels to glue up, I have in this case 1, 2, 3 to glue up. Plywood panels. So this is telling me how much I have to sand. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, so 10 for these upper boxes. And then I'm going to do the bottoms as well. So that's 10, 15, 20. So 20 plywood panels. Okay, and you'll see later on how that's used. The joinery layout is medium pocket holes. I have there's not a ton in this because it's all going to be, going to use Lamello and dominoes. Lamello medium. No dados in these cabinets. The pocket hole is 30 minutes is fine. Because this is just drilling the pockets, right? Later on in the inputs, you put in how the time to actually assemble the cabinets. Panther router is going to be used, or the shaper is going to be used, an hour, and that'll be to cut these natural pulls in the front here. so we can hide all the joinery. Profiling the router. There's a little bit of work to do with the router. No work to do with the shaper. If I did, I'd have to do these doors, right? But I don't, I'm not using the shaper. So no more profiling. Assembly, this isn't a hardwood piece, so I don't use this section. Assembly cabinet box. So there's 4 boxes here. Face frame, there's two face frames to assemble. I can close this. Sanding. So it's going to automatically tell me I have 3 panels that are going to go through my wide belt, which are this one, and this one. And I have 23 panels to sand at 150, 23 to sand at 180, and any non-panels to sand. I have no other non-flat surfaces to sand, so this is nothing. Let's see, installing hinges and slides and hinges. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 cabinet here, or 1 door, 2 doors, 3, 4. So there's 4. Hardware, there's 2. Finish, I'm not finishing this. This is going out for a lacquer spray finish. Deliver, this is close by, and install. I don't know what I remember putting. So install, I put medium. So this is 3 hours. That's sufficient enough to get this installed. Okay. One thing I did forget to put in here is the doors, because I'm paying for someone to have these doors made. So I can go back up and go to my other material. And I can do it in 2 ways. I can do it in here in other material. So this means I have to go over to my materials table, go to my other materials, go down to other, put in Rachel doors. These are each and 250 per. I can come back, go to the bottom, Rachel doors, or I can just start typing and put 2. And so there you go, done. And then pricing. So this is, I'll have this at 25% margin. So you can see my total materials 32, labor is 3 grand, total is 61. My margin I want to assume for this project is 25%. Here's the margin or the profit for the project. Here's the gross, which is this plus the total, which is 81, is 61.48 plus the 2,000 is 81.97, and then I have Michigan tax, which is 6%. There's my total, 86.89. And this is what I would give to a client. Well, I'd give them just this price, but you can see that's the summary. And internal labor, this project is 27 hours. So it gives you an idea about how long this is going to take for me. Alrighty, that's it.